Chapter 5. Avoid immoral women. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Listen carefully to my wise counsel. Then you will show discernment, and your lips will express what you've learned. For the lips of an immoral woman are as sweet as honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is as bitter as poison, as dangerous as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. For she cares nothing about the path to life. She staggers down a crooked trail and doesn't realize it. So now, my sons, listen to me. Never stray from what I am about to say. Stay away from her. Don't go near the door of her house. If you do, you will lose your honor and will lose to merciless people all you have achieved. Strangers will consume your wealth, and someone else will enjoy the fruit of your labor. In the end, you will groan in anguish when disease consumes your body. You will say, "How I hated discipline. If only I had not ignored all the warnings. Oh, why didn't I listen to my teachers? Why didn't I pay attention to my instructors? I have come to the brink of utter ruin, and now I must face public disgrace." Drink water from your own well. Share your love only with your wife. Why spill the water of your springs in the streets? Having sex with just anyone. You should reserve it for yourselves. Never share it with strangers. Let your wife be a fountain of blessing for you. Rejoice in the wife of your youth. She is a loving deer, a graceful doe. Let her breasts satisfy you always. May you always be captivated by her love. Why be captivated, my son, by an immoral woman, or fondle the breasts of a promiscuous woman? For the Lord sees clearly what a man does, examining every path he takes. An evil man is held captive by his own sins. They are ropes that catch and hold him. He will die for lack of self-control. He will be lost because of his great foolishness. Never harm or cheat a Christian brother in this matter by violating his wife, for the Lord avenges all such sins, as we have solemnly warned you before.
I missed listening to my Bible reading this morning, so I'm just getting caught up. Hey, Rasco, psst, psst. Stop biting the carpet. You want to go out there with fruit? Huh? Do you? Okay. Now, I had this camera. This guy. I was going to video you while I'm making this video. Because you are adorable. You're just adorable, dude. Let's see. Got it. Questions are bricks. They shape our lives, wondering how or what. When, where, oh, why is he out there in the mountain, in the sky somewhere? Could this all be for real, or is it just a fairy tale? Lamps are gone out, and you need some light. Where You're gonna need some light. Night is falling, and that trumpet sound. One man is taken while another cries aloud. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Lamps are gone out, and you need some light. Where you walking, boy? You're gonna learn to fight. Night is falling, and that trumpet sound. One man is taken while another cries aloud. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, oh, 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 yeah. Ears to hear, listen what I say. My voice is bellowed out, yeah. 7 times today. Well, it's midnight, and this chapter's done. Lay me down to sleep, yeah. Out comes the sun. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, oh, 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 yeah. Give ear, all my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, and do not hide them from your children. Always show the generations to come. And scream all day. You heard 7 Bello. If you listen, he will show you the way. Right on time, Roscoe. Good timing, dude. I can't wait to show that video. I can't wait to show that video. You did awesome. You did awesome. Yeah. Such a good boy. Yeah. You can't lay on my stuff. Lay on you. You want to lay down? You can't lay on my stuff. Miss you. Roscoe's leaving me 2 days. Okay. There is a God. And what I've found to be true in my life, you know, it's not up to me what you believe. What's up to me is what I believe. And how I live my life shows what I believe. You know, I can go preaching all I want about what I believe, and how I live my life actually shows what I believe. What I think about, what I'm believing, will show up in how you act and how you live. So when I started shedding myself from all the toxic crap in my life that was killing me, it started with some really big, noticeable things like meth, heroin, alcohol. I mean, I've been an opiate addict since, or user. I had successfully cut it out of my life for years, and then a surgery would happen or something, and I'd get twisted right back up in it with the pain pills. And so that was always a monster in my life. And when that wasn't a monster in my life, meth took its place. That's all. I never really greatest idea in the world was, oh man, you don't have any withdrawals when you stop doing opiates if you just use meth. No, you don't. But then you go off into stinking la-la land where there ain't nothing that isn't off, perverted. That's like everything, right, left, right, the back. I mean, it's a boom. That drug is wicked in that sense. It's very because I use needles. I used needles from 2000 and when did that first start then? Probably must have been around 2002, I would think. I don't remember actually where I was during that time. I know where I was the first time I did it. I was in Willowbrook, Illinois. Once you've done that, you're stuck. That was a good one. My acupuncturist told me she had me pinned down the other day. When I began this journey of doing right, things better, it's like I'm not trying to not sin. I'm just doing my best to not hurt myself. Represent this body as something God gave me, and I should want to take care of it, right? So I'm working on moving all this stuff out of my life. And I have some big, huge mountains. But if you have faith as of a grain of mustard seed, which is not a cross-pollinator, okay? You're not going to cross-pollinate with the mustard seed. That's important, and that's why I really want to talk about what your beliefs are matter so much, but how you believe doesn't have to be told to anybody. If how you live and what you keep your mind on is all in the kingdom, if you're working towards glorifying God, if you're working towards showing His glory, giving evidence that He's around, keeping a recording, that's a testimony. You're made overcomers by the word of your testimony, by the blood of the Lamb and the words of your testimony. So, you find yourself in a bad spot, watch. You get stuck in a bad hole, in a bad way. The storm just turned into a routine again. I fell down and I didn't get up. So what? Now get up. Hear me? Get up. Not you, Roscoe. I wasn't talking to you, buddy. Mindset, how we believe. So I truly had to go all in with I had no memories, so no faith, no evidence is faith. Things you've collected. It's what creates faith. It's something. It's evidence of things hoped for. It's substance, something you can touch, tangible, or substance. Oh man, I'm in pain. I need something to help me with this pain. Substance. What I do is substance abuse. All through that time of my life, I had always used a substance to offset what I was dealing with. The pain I was suffering, the confusion, the internal pain, all that stuff that I was dealing with, I used alcohol, drugs to do to bring the joy that doesn't last that way, buddy. I'm telling you, I'm working on documenting and keeping these testimonies, these stories of what I've done and how I've changed what I was doing and the effects of it on my life. That way, you can decide what you want to believe. You know, my wife she wasn't raised in anything like what I was raised in. So her belief system and what she knew about the story of Christ and what I knew about the story of Christ and how my life was raised, completely different. And yet all of my memories and attachments to those things was gone up here for 3 years while I was homeless from 2017, 18, and 19. He came back to me and maybe in 2008 it disappeared. I didn't hear the voice of God again. I didn't know about him. I didn't know it, like what it felt like to have him speaking to me. And before that, I had always, in all of my writings, all my documentations, I'm always talking about God talking to me. I can see that God spoke to me and everything. And but I had no attachment to anything at 2000 when I come out of that car wreck. Bing! I lost 3 months of memory. But I lost a whole lifetime of connections. It's hard to explain, but it's amnesia without, the memory loss. I still knew folks, I could say. But I also knew inside of me, I'm going to be staring at folks one day and not know who they are, and it's going to be so terrible. They're going to be insulted. I don't remember them, and I care about them. I love them. It's going to be so hard on me. I knew all this stuff. It flooded me all the time, and I had visions of it. I knew what was before me. I had remembered and started taking notes at 17 about amnesia. I mean, I didn't want no one to know about it. I couldn't have anyone know about it. I hid it from everyone. I mean, the hospital sent me home and said it was a 50-50 chance. Most people get their memory back, and it's probably temporary. Well, I just went on. And we never discussed it again after that. That's my dog, Sam. I had I just went completely from 15, the first concussion, I changed my personality. Many concussions after that one. By 17, I had bumped my head so many times, and I was out in a raging fight. I was lost my mind when I had done this, and I headbutted someone so many times that I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what was going on. I don't remember anything. Fast forward, I was 17. Fast forward 10 years. I gave my life to God, and a light came to me at 17. A light came to me in the hospital room, told me I got something greater for you to do. I left college, left my scholarship. I was a full-ride medical school student, a scholarship to the New Mexico Military Institute, and I went home to be a preacher. So I guess God called me to preach. I thought I was different than everybody, but a light came to me, and I know what that is. I knew it was God. Angel of the Lord, whatever. It was the word of the Lord that came to me and said, I got something greater for you to do. Lo and behold, John, chapter 12, verse 13, 14, something like that. Right around in that part. I don't write notes down. I should do it and then pull it out and be like all professional and show y'all where I'm talking about. But, that's church. I'm talking to my friends out here, man. Get with it. Thanks, David. Appreciate it. Those of you that know what I'm talking about, raise your hand. Now I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Oh my goodness. Oh. He said, those that believe in me and the works that I do, so they shall do the same works, and greater things shall they do. He said, greater things. I got something greater for you to do. It's that simple. I mean, Jesus, he said it in John. John recorded him saying that. So I believe Jesus Christ stepped in that room, and I'm going to tell you something, sons and daughters. You're not the same. You're chosen. You're wrapped. When you're wrapped in the arms of the Savior, you're not looking for anything else. When the Savior's standing in front of you and says, I got something greater for you to do, you don't look for nothing except whatever that greater thing is. And as soon as you get to achieving one thing and you go, oh, there's something greater, and you just keep going. And that's what I did all my life. Music, or youth pastor, then I went into a musician and lead singer, and then I started a construction business, and then I went into asphalt striping and maintenance business, and then I got, bam, smacked. Cuckoo. My marbles were rolling down Berry Hill Road. I think that was called Berry Hill. Out in, where was it? Was that Milton? It was. Or Pace or something like that. I think it's Milton. Here we are today. That was 2008, November 2008, on my mom's birthday. Me and my son. He just turned 18 today, and the devil wanted to take us both out that day. Nada. Not going to happen. Matter of fact, it just rung my bell good enough for my marbles to go flying out all over the place so that he could put me all back together again and be grandiose about his power, his restoration power, transforming power. When I say restoration, man, I'm telling you, relationships restored and purpose behind all the gunk from 20, 30 years of gunk inside of knowing someone. God brings it, restores the relationship to what it's meant to be, and shows you why all of this other stuff was going on, and boom, unity. Friendships grow. Relationships grow when your number one mission is to remain in the presence of Jesus Christ, to do something greater than he ever did. That we've got to strive. Then it's just not, how could you walk on water, something greater than that? Well, two people walked on water at the same time. That'd be something greater. I mean, Peter just did it for a second or two, maybe a few steps. Maybe something greater could just be all of us having the ability to love one another. He said, this is how you're going to know, they're going to know you're my disciples, is that you have love one for another. Not because you wear your hair up over your collar and you have no tattoos and you wear a suit and tie and you're clean cut, you don't have a beard, you don't cuss, you don't drink alcohol, you don't smoke. Not all those reasons. You're so good. Because Jesus Christ came to me at that point in my life, and then as a 44-year-old man who had no reverence to God, the power, the authority, none of that stuff. I mean, I was at the other side of hell. There is no God. There is no good. There is no light. I'm on the south side of hell. And I got both fingers up in the air screaming at him right during the middle of a tornado, a hurricane. Within about a year, I was homeless. I'd been in jail twice at that point, but then Within that year, I went 3 times. I think it was 287 days. I was screaming at him, I wanted to hear your voice. Are you there? I can't come and fix this crap. Because I'd given up. I'm done. I've been trying to kill myself, and I kept waking up. Kept trying to kill myself. And I've gone through this for almost, this was 2017, 18. So 10 years had gone on. And how the voice of God came to me was unbelievable. How Jesus came to my side and showed me who he was and brought me back to here, right here today. 6 years later now, look at me. He began walking with me back then, and no one had anything to do with me. Nobody would want to spend much time with me at all. I had friends that were all the way from New Mexico that I hadn't seen since high school. You know, those kind of people would help me. They never had to spend time with me. They never had to, no bridges were burnt. You know, of course, I videoed everything, so everyone saw what was going on. So I was so happy God blessed me with good friends. I mean, I was blessed all my life to have good people around me. It was unfortunate that I didn't have an idea of how to solve the problem that wasn't a problem to me all through those times. I'm recording this. This is something I'm going to keep to myself. I'm going to keep this, and this is a movie one day. That's what God showed me. It's just going to change things about, I don't know why, and then movies would come out. Like when I decided to go be a rock star, all of a sudden the movie Rockstar come out. I'm like, silly. And then I'm writing this song called Amnesiac, and this movie Memento comes out, and it's a movie about me. It describes amnesia and what it feels like to have this like short-term memory issue. Very good. That movie's called Memento. I watched that movie so many times when it came out. So it just, those things all through my life happened. I thought by the time I was 38, I thought I was just crazy. I just thought, I made all this up, man. My brain is really messed up. I'm just ill. I believed the psychiatrist and all the therapists. I believed all the stuff that I had, all the voices, all the people's comments and opinions that were close to me in my circle. You know, I believed it. Okay. So what did David do? Oh, bipolar Dave. He goes, guess what? I'm bipolar. That's what it is. Just so you know, not an excuse. Very good reason I am the way that I am. And I was just gonna, hey, be aware. Some people have bipolar disorder, and I was just voicing it, doing my thing, being myself. And that happened for about 8 years until around 2017 when a doctor told me complete opposite all of it. And he was a specialist. I seeked him out and really did some research finding him. And he was a traumatic brain injury specialist, specialized in TBIs. He's the first person that talked to me about CTE. And it was really awesome to be able to have something to put, I'm not crazy. This ain't just made up stuff. I thought I was like writing the narrative and got carried away. Got lost in the pen. And then come to find out that's one of the symptoms of being injured or ill, is thinking you're making it up. That's so funny. I think it's amazing. So here we are today in 2025. And I have like this big thing about 2026. I'm excited about it. Just to tell you the truth. Where are we at? 30 minutes. Well, I'm not sure that that I made a point today, because I didn't get on here to make a point. I didn't have a thought I wanted to share with you. I was just going to sing. Oh, yes, I did. Look at me. Right before I sing this next song. All right, so you guys don't want you. Check this out. I know it looks like I got a filter on my face, but I do not. Wrinkles be gone. Man, it's wild. I put this on 3 times. It's Asia's redox clay mask. So the redox molecule, being able to drink it or apply it onto your skin, is amazing. It does all kinds of amazing things for yourself. But to restore a youthful appearance, your skin has to be youthful, which means it needs more redox molecules. And oh, sorry, buddy. They made this with volcanic ash from. You'll have to go to the link. Look on my page. We got a little video of it. Or Fru's got one. It's amazing. I like it. I've used it 3 times. I mean, pulls your skin so slick, soft, and tight. I've only used it 3 times, and I'm 50. Fru said, you can't keep making faces if you're going to use this stuff. It's going to be too expensive. I said, listen, there ain't nothing going to keep me from making faces. And she started laughing so hard. And I said, see there, why would I ever quit making faces? She wants me to look young again. I said, I don't need to. Connor's are here, He's 18. Look how he's just a little bit different of a nose. He's a little sweeter than I am. This here is so amazing that the peripheral nerve damage that I've got from this surgery, has been ablazing on my hand and up in my arm, all this. It's so hot that I don't have feeling in it. And instead of it being numb, when you touch it, it's like, when you hit it, it's like going with the blowtorch. As my wife goes, so when she brought this along, put it on there, and all of a sudden, cool, like ice. I said, what? And then all of a sudden, gone, no burn. And I touch it, and no burn, but numb, like no feeling. Like, don't feel it. Then I went to an acupuncturist. Once, she pulled those things out, 30 needles out, completely gone. I could feel my hand. Oh my goodness, I could feel my arm. What? It was awesome. I experienced that this week. If I'm glowing, it could be the redox mask or the presence of God inside of my heart, in my life. I'm not doing everything that's best for me. I don't believe that I'm ever going to be pure enough on this property, on this lifetime, on this earth, to be where I'm satisfied that I need to do something greater. I think I'm always going to be doing something greater. So the point was, I began with heroin and pulling the needle and meth and alcohol, getting that stuff out of my life. That's what I began with. Then cigarettes. All these drugs that never had any hold on me, or substances, those things weren't even, they're peripheral. If I did them, it didn't matter to me, because I didn't have nothing craving it, nothing wanting it, nothing needing it. I had no desire for it. I'm not reaching for it. So out of sight, out of mind, no good, no ways. This is what I need to deal with. So I dealt with meth, heroin, and alcohol. After those 3, you have to clean out the things that are not serving you well, the things that are affecting your body, your mood, your mindset. All these things can be substances, food, drinks, entertainment, or what you spend with your time, your free time, what you allow your brain to think about while you're working. If you're on a assembly line, man, you can think like crazy. What you spend your mind on, your time on, it can be toxic. The people you're around can be toxic and bad for you, bad for your focus, bad for your ability to maintain a conversation with God at all times. I like to be in the presence of God all the time. I don't want to walk away from that. I don't go to church to go get in the presence of God. Oh, I don't understand why people think that way, but I do. I was 10 years without. I don't want to be without. I didn't go to church to find it. He came to me, and he said, walk this way, talk this way. And so I began walking and following. Oh, thanks for, what is this?
That's your after breakfast. Oh, you didn't eat your breakfast.
Oh, I did.
What?
I ate half of it.
And?
I forgot about it.
Take that after you ate.
Well, then you can take that. I won't eat it. I'll eat lunch. I'll eat that later. I have something to drink? No. Hey, food. Food. Oh, boy. Hang on. Okay. Oops, hang on. Okay, so the one thing at a time. I'm not sure where I was a second ago, so I'm going to start right here. Don't be overwhelmed with all the stuff you need to change. I want to eat clean. I mean, I want to eat stuff that I grew or someone else I know grows or killed, raised. That's how I want to live. Might take me 10, 15 years to get to where I want to be, where it comes to consuming what I want to consume. In the meantime, happy is he that doesn't condemn himself for the things he allows. You know, you let God walk you. Here's what it is. I followed him. He said, walk this way. I said, yes, sir. You know, I got this preacher over here screaming over, hey, I said, sorry, oh, Jesus is right here, man. And I'm a-glowing. I'm a-shouting and dancing, and Jesus is showing me, revealing himself to me, and I'm repenting. I'm repenting from dead works, things that in my life that you can't see. You don't know anything about. But when you have a revelation of who Jesus is, you want to be like him. And we're not like him. I've never, ever going to have Jesus revealed to me and me go, oh, it's my twin. No, I look up to him. I want to be that. I want to walk in the room and people's bondage just drop and then feel peace in the room. I want to see sick folks just like be well and made whole.
Will you keep me updated?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
So, not only did I cut bad things out of my life, you can't just do that. You have to add good things into your life. So, as you heard in the beginning of this video, I was listening to the Word of God. I don't read very well. I mean, I can read good, but my focus and ability to the only place I did it and forced myself and overcame it and lived in it well was when I was locked up. I might read the same page 100 times, but I've still read. I just read until if it didn't sit and I got to the end of the page and forgot what was going on, I'd go back and read it again. That year I read 60-something books, the year that I was in jail, those 287 days. I had never read a novel other than one. In 2004, I read one. And then when I was a child, I read something like Little House on the Prairies or Hardy Boys or something. I was a comic book kid. So doing good things, one of them is apple cider vinegar and water. Getting your flora, gut flora, brain and gut connected in a mighty way. And so getting my gut healthy was important. And I didn't know nothing about this stuff. Nothing. If I did, I lost it all and had no memory of it. So Fru taught me, God sent me her to tell her, man, I just follow. I see the light in her, it's the light in me. That's what she says, I do it. God blesses it. What I do, she does. God blesses it. We have, as a light, we came from two different places, two different directions, two different worlds. The same light brought us together. Then we decided to get married, and I made a big announcement. You know, you guys are going to see the blessings of God fall upon us. And I knew it wasn't going to be overnight. I knew after I got married, boom, all heaven's loose. No, I knew all hell would break loose if I got married, because the devil wouldn't separate that union. He just leave us alone as long as we're fornicating. Yeah. So we got married, and now we're 5 years married. God's blessed us in so many ways. I can't describe it. I couldn't tell it all. So I just video it all. And someday you'll see it. The lives that I do are so that you guys can see some of it, because I record and I don't edit and I don't share. So I do live sometime so you guys get something. Roscoe, you're the cutest. I turned it off, huh? You're the cutest. All right, 42 minutes. We're 2 minutes over. Do something good for yourself. Take something bad out of your life. It's not serving you good, stop doing it. Take it out of your life. I have sugar problems. I like honey buns. I like brownies. I like Dr. Peppers. But that doesn't mean I can indulge myself in them and hurt myself and not be held accountable for it. So not only have I learned in the last 5 years how I've pulled away from all these other things, I've gained my enthusiasm, my momentum. I can walk away from anything. I don't care that you like it and you like it and you like it and everyone else does it and they're all okay with it. Why can't I be okay with it? I'm not. And so as I sin in front of everyone, I keep telling everyone, I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. You guys don't see that I was smoking for 2 years while I was coming to church and dancing all over the place and filled with the Holy Ghost. Still smoking. Some people, bro, I can't see it. I was a sinner, just like I am now. And just because it's something I'm eating and you're okay with it, doesn't make me like. And I'm a sinner. I'm still doing it. And he still blesses me. And he still feeds me. And he still gives me revelation. I still change. And I clean up. I do better. I do better. You know why? It's his goodness that leads us to repentance. It's his goodness. He's good to us, even when we're not. And that goodness just keeps us turning towards the right direction. We keep leaving the wrong way and going the right way. And he's patient with us. He's long-suffering. I'm glad to be in the grace dispensation. I'm grateful. I don't take advantage of it. I want my life, my past, my present, and my future to glorify God. And I've given it all to him. And I hope that you got something out of this morning. Redox Gold. Redox Clay Mask. I just want to show y'all. I've put this on 3 times this week. That's it. This is my first week. Ta-da! We're going to do it, I think, for 30 days to show everybody. This is for discomfort, any kind. Tension, discomfort, pain, broken bone, torn ligaments. arthritis, all those scary, what do they call it, diagnoses the doctor calls, they're just names for pain or whatever. How about let's just call it inflammation and say redox molecules helps heal your body of inflammation. Because the redox molecules are signaling molecules. And your body has the ability to heal itself if it's got the right, if it's not so toxic. If it's toxic and it's not able to communicate properly and not able to produce the right hormones and have the right amount of amino acids, hey, go lay down, and all of that, then it's not going to heal. But that's what these molecules help. Regulate your whole body, the whole system is going to be better. You apply it on your skin, we drink it, and the clay mask, all of the above. Everything is better. We'll see. I mean, I just started. This is week number 1, so we'll see. Y'all have a good day.